Welcome. Sometimes we get a request or question from our members who are new to IT. What is the best method to learn practical labs while I am opening labs and opening courses? How do you prefer learning this in a more practical environment, or where do I sit, or what should be my setup? So basically, I tell people is that if you have one laptop, and you can see my hands right here on the right side, usually I'm always recording. So if you have a setup like this where you have only one laptop, then of course you don't have the second capability, which is a monitor. That's what we recommend. But let's say you don't have that for some reason, and you're only focusing on one laptop and one browser that you have, and let's say you are learning about modern IT support roadmap. So let's say you came in as a new beginner, you started from this roadmap, you clicked on start journey, and then you will click on start your career journey. Let's go ahead and click on that, and now you're ready to start learning. So of course, if you have only one laptop and one screen, then you will click on the course, and let's say this course is open right now and we're going to start the learning process. So of course, this is where like you're totally ready, your mind is ready, everything is good to go. That's a different thing. That's what you're going to learn in the course as well. But here you have opened this one course, and you came to a section where you're now going to learn about practice labs, where you're going to learn while watching a video. So this is a video right here. You're watching a video and you're like, okay, how can I use my laptop, which is one screen? I don't have a second monitor yet. And let's say you clicked on launch button. So what happens is that this is going to open a practice lab in the same browser. So as you can see, on one tab you have the video, so you should be watching a video just like that, step by step. And in the second tab, you will be performing what you're going to learn inside the video. But of course, in the premium labs, you also get this little icon right here. Yeah, you can move it left to the right, and then you can follow the documentation because the teacher is actually showing the same exact things that are in the documentation. So some people are visuals, some people are more, they like it from the documented approach. So you can watch in one tab the video and come back to your labs in the second tab and then perform the labs, or you can follow the documentation on the left side in the same screen and follow the lab. Now of course, this is important that you follow this video because this is going to teach you how to use the lab. I'm not trying to cover that in this video because that's exactly what's covered in this 21 minutes long video on how to use these systems, features, and things like that. So it's important to do that. Now, this is a setup for one screen. There's really not much you can do, right? You got one tab here, you got another tab here. So in one screen, you can go back and forth. Now, of course, a recommended method is basically using the second monitor. If you can invest in the second monitor, which is something good for any IT professional, I think you should definitely do that because in throughout your career, you're going to need something like this, and not just for IT. I think for anything, a second monitor this became like a necessity for us because we have to move so much data and understand and learn and do a lot of things. So my recommendation is get a second monitor. So if you get a second monitor, so all you can do is now drag this tab, which you have already opened, and move it to the right side of your monitor. As you can see, this becomes pretty big. So I can move the camera a little bit here. As you can see now, that we have on the left side a video still available, which I can watch a video right here. And on the right side, I can just do the lab in a very easy way. Like, the video is right in front, like right in front of me right now. And I can move my mouse to the right side and perform the labs in a very easy way. This because if you have a little larger monitor, then the lap screen is pretty good, your performance is pretty good, you're looking at it pretty nicely. All these devices are coming very nicely in a long monitor. And then of course use the other methods such as like browser zoom in, zoom out. So you can even do this like that to make it easier for yourself. This would be my recommendation. Now sometimes people ask, can I use Mac or other devices? I mean, I recommend the Windows because you're trying to learn to become a more of like IT support professional, which is 90% Windows, and not even like I'll say 95% Windows because that's what we teach as well. No Linux, no Mac. even though they use sometimes, but those we recommend that you should go and online and just learn about it for like a few days. But it's going to be mostly Windows. So investing in a Windows laptop would be better because then you can even use the same laptop for virtual machines, for troubleshootings and things like that as well. And it's really going to help you. But if you don't have the budget and you already have Mac, you only need modern browsers just like this, just one Mac, or if you want to invest in the second monitor, same browser will work. Our labs are totally online, totally can be done on online platforms. As long as you have an updated browser and good internet, good as in like average internet, you should be able to use our lab systems with no problem at all. If you still have any issues or questions, that